everyone! So today's video is going to be showing you everything that I own from MAC in my makeup collection, so let's just get started. Okay, so the first thing I have to show you is my one and only MAC blush, and it is called Melba, and it is considered a matte shade, and it is basically just a pure peach color. And I originally intended to buy this color because I asked for a blush at the MAC counter, what blush would really counteract my really rosy cheeks, because I have rosy cheeks naturally, and they said that this matte color would be good since you have oily skin, and also the peach would counteract the red in your skin. And I absolutely have loved this blush for such a long time, and it's lasted super well, and it's super pigmented. Like, look at that swatch. Now on your cheeks it will be a little bit less pigmented than that, but that's just the initial swatch. So here it is, a little bit more blended out. With that being said, I would recommend MAC Melba for someone like me who already has natural rosy cheeks but wants to still wear blush, and also if you really like matte colors, I think you would really enjoy that shade. Okay, so this next product I have to show you is a product that also goes on the face, and it's the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Soft and Gentle, and it's just this really pretty, mostly pink color, and it just looks absolutely stunning on the face. I don't know if you can see that highlight very well, but it's actually super pigmented. But what's cool about this shade is that even though it's super pigmented on your face, it doesn't look like a disco ball on your face. It's not super duper shimmery. It's still a very natural highlight on your face. And I also don't own very many highlights because I get really oily skin, but this one still looks really fantastic on my face. Okay, so next we're moving on to all of the eye stuff I have from MAC. And the first one I have is this Pro Longwear paint pot, and it's called Let's Skate. And this was a limited edition paint pot, and it's basically a super duper sparkly pink color. And I actually don't really like the regular paint pots that much. Like, I've tried Painterly, and I don't like it because I have super oily eyelids and it creases on me unless I have a primer underneath it or I have an eyeshadow over it. So that's why I really like this color, because I tend to use it to layer with things, and it's just a super pretty pink sparkly color. Okay, the next thing I have is this quad of eyeshadows, and it is called the Showstopper eyeshadow palette, and it contains the shades Oh My Darling, which is this frost shade, and then Jest, which is another frost shade, which I think is in the permanent collection of eyeshadows, and then this is Showstopper, which is a matte, and then this is Mineralize, which is a luster finish. And to be quite honest, I don't really care for these eyeshadows very much. I don't know what it is. I think it was also limited edition. I actually bought it for way less at a CCO, which if you don't know what that is, look it up on Google. And I just don't really like it. Like this matte shade, I'll swatch them for you, but this matte shade just does not blend out very well at all. It looks super pigmented, but it just does not blend out very well at all. And even on my hand, it doesn't look as dark as it does when I swatch it straight from my finger. And these are the swatches that are of those shadows in that palette. See, they're just not as pigmented as the normal permanent MAC eyeshadows. Now, I think the colors look super good together, but if they were just more pigmented and blended out a little bit more, this would be such a great eyeshadow palette. Okay, so the next thing I have to show you is the Z palette of all the permanent MAC eyeshadows that I own. This one is All That Glitters, this one is Sable, this one is Satin Taupe, and this one is Gleam, which is one of my first MAC products that I ever bought. Now you can tell that Gleam is looking a little bit old, but I still keep it. So most of you know what these shades look like, but I'm going to swatch them for you anyways. See, these are just way more pigmented than that MAC limited edition eyeshadow palette that I showed you previously. So this one is Gleam, this one is Satin Taupe, this one is Sable, and this one is All That Glitters, and they're such gorgeous colors. Like today on my eyes, I'm actually wearing All That Glitters over the lid, and then Satin Taupe in the crease. It's just such a gorgeous look, and aren't they just so beautiful? I mean, come on, everyone on YouTube blabs on about them for a reason. Now, I think that not every shade is great. I haven't tried all of the shades, but I've just heard that MAC can be a little bit overrated sometimes. But I mean, these shadows that I own are super fantastic. And also, I actually first purchased them in the pots, but then I learned how to depot them and put this in this little mini Z palette. So just Google it on YouTube, how to depot MAC eyeshadows. Okay, so the next thing I have to show you is all of my MAC lipsticks. So I don't have as many as a lot of YouTubers on here, but I'm gonna show you them anyway. So the first shade I'm going to show you is the shade Pink Noveau, which is a satin, and it's the color that I'm wearing on my lips today, but I'll swatch it for you anyways. And it's basically just a super pretty, like, almost Barbie doll pink color. I don't have a lot of colors like this in my collection, which is why I still keep it. Most of the pinks I get are super warm or neutral toned, and this is a very pink tone. And it just looks really pretty on my cool toned skin tone. The next color I have is Angel, which is a frost finish, and it's basically just sort of a natural pink color. It actually is supposedly like the color Cream Cup in the MAC collection, but just Cream Cup is in a cream sheen finish. I don't have Cream Cup, but I really would like to own Cream Cup, and I really like Angel just because it's a super natural pink color that you can wear every day. And also I got that one specifically for a lot cheaper at the CCO. The next color I have is called Cut a Caper, and it's a luster finish. And this is actually limited edition, but I happened to get it when it was re-promoted a couple years ago, and this is just, it's just such a pretty color. And I actually don't own a lot of corals, but this coral color looks really great on me when most corals do not really look good on me. This is such a great color for the summertime. And then the last one I have that is not completely empty, I'll show you that one next, but this is MAC's Viva Glam V, which is a luster finish. And this is kind of like MAC Angel in that it's a super wearable everyday color. It's a little bit more on the mauve-y neutral side than Angel is, but it's just such a gorgeous color, and you do not need to wear a lip gloss with it because it's a luster finish. Okay, and so the last lipstick I have to show you is actually the one that's completely run out. I have it screwed all the way up, and this is called Venus, and it is a luster finish, and it's from the same limited edition collection that Cut a Caper was in, and it's just sort of a super duper pink sparkly color. Actually, a dupe for that in the drugstore is this shade from Revlon, and it's called Softsilver Rose, and it's a pearl, so I'll just swatch it for you guys so you kind of have an idea of what it looks like. Now this is a little bit more pigmented than Venus was. So as you can see, this Revlon Softsilver Rose color is just a super pretty neutral pink color, which is kind of what MAC Venus was like as well. I remember that I wore both of these at the same time, and they literally looked exactly the same. They're exact dupes of each other. Okay, so the last things I have to show you are my 3 MAC brushes that I have. So this is the first one that I got, and it's the MAC, I forget the exact number because it's completely rubbed off. I don't know if you can see that, but it's basically the MAC blush brush that is in a smaller version, and I remember that I got this brush first to apply the MAC powder foundation. I forget which one. I'll probably write it in the description box or even on the screen. Now I basically just use this as a contour or as a blush or powder or any powder product that I use on my face. Okay, and so the next MAC brush I have to show you is the MAC 224, and it's basically just a dome crease shadow brush, and I use this mostly to apply any sort of crease color to my crease, obviously, and I use it to blend it out sometimes, but actually that's what I use this Sigma E40 for. Now, a lot of people compare these two, but I think that the Sigma one, this one, is a little bit bigger and wider than the MAC one, so I tend to use the Sigma one more to blend out the color, where the MAC one I use to actually apply the color. And then the last MAC product I have to show you is the infamous MAC 217 brush. Now I think this is just as great as what everyone on YouTube says about it. It's just such a great shape to apply anything in the crease or even apply it all over the lid. It's just such a great shape because it's not only domed, but it's also sort of flat at the same time. Okay, so that is everything I own from MAC. Please leave a comment down below of your favorite MAC products. I would love to hear from you guys. I still have a lot of MAC products that I really want to try out, so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all later. Bye, everybody!